Hello, everyone, to another great week of class. I have enjoyed reading the content from this week that I was able to apply professionally and from a personal perspective from the book entitled Great by Choice by Jim Collins. This week, I'm going to speak about how fire bullets, then cannonballs, can relate to me from a personal perspective. So I'm going to start with saying that it's always great to have different types of skill sets and abilities that has been obtained within the organization that I work for, because it's given me a lot of knowledge as well as being able to move forward with different promotions that I've been able to make within the organization by the grace of God. However, it's always good to look for different types of jobs that are out there in the market, because it's good to never be complacent to where I am now. So with that being said, looking at the job market and looking at different types of roles that have taken into consideration of leadership, I've seen some that have a few experience, some that needs a lot of experience. And I think when looking at the cannonball, going after a job position that needs between 7 to 10 years of experience in leadership, when there may be a role that may only need between 2 to 5 years of experience, is learning how to examine how do I fit into those different categories. And it's very important to understand when shooting for cannonballs, that means that, hey, going after something that I'm ready for, or it could be going after something that is premature. And I think when something is premature, that means it's not time for that yet. So looking at fire bullets will help to assess holistically where I am, what type of skills I have, what can transfer, and also how will I fit into that culture, and also what does that company have that I need as well. And so assessing the different bullets can make a hit target at the end of the day when I have done my homework and also prepared for my next step within my career, which is going well thus far. Also, I wanted to elaborate upon cannonballs and how to gain different types of success with those. And when it's not going well, that means that stepping back and really looking at the whole picture of what's going on. So if I'm going out for a position and I know that I'm a good fit for it, qualified candidate, and I have utilized all my resources, most likely it's going to be a good chance of going to the interview and then being successful. However, terminating bullets that show no evidence of eventual success means that going after something that I have not prepared for, and also it carries a lot of in-depth of content and knowledge to do that job, which means that everyone could be trained, but it's also good that some companies have what they need. And that means that if they need a candidate to have a certain amount of experience, that's what they want. They don't want anyone they have to come in and have to train from scratch how to do everything. So I think it's very important to understanding what terminating bullets means and how no one should fire uncalibrated cannonballs when they aren't ready for those types of positions quite yet. Not saying that don't go after what you want. That means that preparing before you move to the next step is very important to do your due diligence. And that's something that I have currently looked at, examined, and what I'm working on at this point within my career, making sure that I'm prepared for that next dimension. But first, the fire bullets is what has helped me look at what I have and what I need to continue to work on, so that when I'm ready to shoot for that cannonball, which is approaching now, then I can move forward with it instead of waiting. Because I think the more time that's being waited is basically, it's good to wait, but the more time that's waited upon, that means time goes by fast and it's just passing me by. So during that duration of time, preparing and making sure that I'm ready is important versus just sitting in and not doing anything. So of course, being proactive is something that I live by and making sure that I stand upon when I am working towards something. So the fire bullets, then cannonballs has resonated with me during this week's reading content because I was able to apply it to my personal life when I've gone through the process of applying for different types of job positions, and it has really helped me to understand that cannonballs are great when they're going to be used for the success of an individual person versus fire bullets is starting way before the cannonballs even exist, because when the fire bullets start, that means there's a low cost, low risk, and low distraction versus jumping out there and not being ready at all. So that is just some takeaways that I have from this week's reading, and I appreciate your time. Thank you.